Key Principles, Atomic Habits. Introduction. James Clear's Atomic Habits has transformed how millions approach personal growth, emphasizing small, consistent actions for lasting change. This series, Key Principles, Atomic Habits, distills the book's core concepts into accessible summaries. We'll focus on the fundamental frameworks and actionable strategies, providing a clear roadmap to implement these principles in your life. Let's explore how small changes can lead to extraordinary results. Part 1. The Fundamentals of Atomic Habits. The Aggregation of Marginal Gains. James Clear introduces the core idea that small, incremental improvements, when consistently applied, lead to remarkable results over time. He illustrates this concept by drawing parallels to the world of sports, where even tiny adjustments in training or technique can translate into significant performance gains. He emphasizes that a 1% improvement each day compounds exponentially, leading to substantial progress over months and years. This concept is not limited to positive changes. Clear also warns about the negative compounding effect of small, detrimental habits that can gradually erode progress. The key takeaway is that consistency trumps intensity. Small, consistent efforts are far more effective than sporadic bursts of intense activity. Systems versus goals. Clear challenges the conventional wisdom of goal setting, arguing that focusing solely on outcomes can be counterproductive. He advocates for a shift in focus from goals to systems, which are the processes and routines that lead to those outcomes. He famously states, "You do not rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems." This means that well-designed systems are more reliable than sheer willpower or motivation. If you have a robust system in place, the desired outcomes will naturally follow. For example, instead of setting a goal to write a book, focus on building a system of writing a certain number of words or for a specific amount of time each day. Identity change. Clear highlights that true habit change is not just about adopting new behaviors, it's about transforming your identity. He argues that the most effective way to build lasting habits is to focus on becoming the type of person who embodies those habits. Every action you take is a vote for the type of person you want to become. By consistently engaging in desired behaviors, you reinforce your identity and make those behaviors more ingrained. Instead of saying, "I want to run a marathon," say, "I am a runner." This simple change in language and mindset is a powerful tool. This approach emphasizes the importance of aligning your habits with your values and beliefs, making them more meaningful and sustainable. Part 2. The 4 Laws of Behavior Change. James Clear provides a practical framework for building good habits and breaking bad ones, organized around 4 fundamental laws. Law 1. Make it obvious. This law emphasizes the importance of cues in triggering habits. Our brains are wired to respond to environmental triggers. To build a new habit, you must make the cue for that habit highly visible and noticeable. Implementation intentions. Clear introduces the concept of implementation intentions, which involves specifying precisely when, where, and how you will perform a habit. For example, I will meditate for 5 minutes at 7 a.m. in my bedroom. This specificity creates a clear trigger for the desired behavior. Habit stacking. The strategy involves linking a new habit to an existing one. For example, after I brush my teeth, I will read 1 page of a book. By stacking habits, you leverage existing routines to create new ones. To break bad habits, Clear suggests making the cues invisible. Remove the triggers from your environment that prompt unwanted behaviors. Law 2. Make it attractive. This law focuses on making habits appealing and desirable. Our brains are drawn to rewards, so linking habits to things we enjoy can significantly increase motivation. Temptation bundling. This technique involves pairing a desired habit with something you enjoy. For example, while I exercise, I will listen to my favorite podcast. This creates a positive association with the habit, making it more attractive. Joining a culture where your desired behavior is the normal behavior. When you are surrounded by others who perform the habits you are trying to create, it becomes more appealing. Law 3. Make it easy. This law emphasizes reducing friction and simplifying the process of performing a habit. The easier a habit is, the more likely you are to do it. The 2-minute rule. Clear suggests scaling down habits to make them so easy they take only 2 minutes to start. For example, read before bed becomes read 1 page before bed. This reduces the initial barrier to entry, making it easier to get started. Optimize your environment to make good habits the path of least resistance. Prepare your gym clothes the night before, or place healthy snacks within easy reach. Law 4. Make it satisfying. This law focuses on reinforcing habits with immediate rewards. Our brains are more likely to repeat behaviors that provide a sense of satisfaction. Tracking progress, visual cues, such as habit trackers, can provide a sense of accomplishment and reinforce positive behaviors. Ensure that the habits provide a sense of immediate gratification. Even small rewards can make a big difference in reinforcing habits. When breaking bad habits, make the bad habits unsatisfying. Part 3. Advanced Tactics and Applications. This section explores how to apply the foundational principles of atomic habits to more complex situations and achieve sustained progress. The habit loop and its application. Clear reinforces the habit loop: cue, craving, response, and reward. Understanding this loop is crucial for both building and breaking habits. Cue. Identify the triggers that initiate your habits. This could be a time of day, a location, an emotion, or the presence of certain people. Craving. Recognize the underlying desire that drives your behavior. What are you really seeking when you engage in a habit? Response. This is the actual habit itself. How can you make the response easier and more efficient? Reward. Ensure that the habit provides a sense of satisfaction. This reinforces the loop and makes it more likely that you'll repeat the behavior. By consciously manipulating these elements, you can create powerful habit loops that work in your favor. The Goldilocks Rule. This rule states that humans experience peak motivation when working on tasks that are just challenging enough. Tasks that are too easy lead to boredom, while tasks that are too difficult lead to frustration. The Goldilocks zone is the sweet spot where you're challenged but not overwhelmed. This keeps you engaged and motivated. This is very important for the long-term sustainability of any habit. The role of environment. Your environment plays a significant role in shaping your habits. Design your surroundings to support positive behaviors and minimize negative ones. Create an environment that makes it easy to perform desired habits and difficult to engage in unwanted ones. For example, if you want to read more, place books in prominent locations. If you want to reduce distractions, minimize clutter and remove unnecessary devices. How to recover when habits fail. Clear acknowledges that setbacks are inevitable. Everyone will occasionally fall off track. The key is to minimize the impact of these setbacks and get back on track as quickly as possible. Avoid dwelling on failures and focus on resuming your habits as soon as possible. Never miss twice. If you miss one day, make sure you do the habit of the next. Remember that progress is not linear. There will be ups and downs. The important thing is to keep moving forward. Part 4. Long-term growth and continuous improvement. James Clear emphasizes that building and maintaining habits is an ongoing process requiring adaptation and a long-term perspective. Here's how to navigate the journey. The dangers of being too efficient. While efficiency is valuable, Clear cautions against becoming too rigid in your habits. Life is dynamic and circumstances change. He stresses the need for flexibility and adaptability. Over-optimization can lead to burnout or a loss of enjoyment. It's essential to maintain a balance between structure and spontaneity. Mastering the opposite. Sometimes, understanding the opposite of a desired habit can provide valuable insights. For example, understanding the triggers and consequences of procrastination can help you develop strategies for overcoming it. This concept encourages a deeper understanding of behavior, allowing for more effective interventions. The importance of patience. Clear reiterates that building lasting habits takes time and patience. He emphasizes that progress is not always linear and that setbacks are inevitable. He encourages readers to focus on the process rather than the outcome. Trust that consistent effort will yield results over time. The greatest threat to success is not failure, but boredom. As habits become routine, they can become boring. It is important to keep things interesting. The power of reflection. Regular reflection is crucial for continuous improvement. Take time to review your habits, identify areas for improvement, and make necessary adjustments. Journaling, tracking progress, and seeking feedback can provide valuable insights into your behavior patterns. Review your habits and make adjustments as your life changes. The Goldilocks rule. To stay motivated, work on tasks that are right on the edge of your current abilities. Not too hard, not too easy, just right. By embracing these principles, you can cultivate a mindset of continuous growth and build habits that support a fulfilling and meaningful life.